with you, Christine, we're going to wrap it up. It's almost 5 o'clock. Leave us in like a sentence or 2 sentences. If there was one thing you wanted these folks to know today that you want them to leave with that you think is really important, what would it be?
I just want people to understand like what it's like to live with autism and how hard you have to work, and living in this world, like I just said a few seconds ago. And, you shouldn't, there's a fine line of pushing them and versus, just letting it be. But you don't want them to just sit around and just watch TV all day. That's not what I'm saying here. They're just saying, just embrace them, accept them for who they are, and understand their limits. And that's all I have to say.
I would say don't give up, because everything changes and it's constantly changing, and so you don't know, because you can turn around the next corner and something beautiful that you've never seen will be there. So don't give up on your vision, don't give up on your goals. It makes me sad to think that my brother or my sister, here my sisters lived in beautiful downtown Venice, Florida, about a block from this direction. The other direction was a beautiful banyan trees to the sea. And she lived a very closed life, wouldn't use her air conditioning or anything in Florida. So I would say, enjoy your life and celebrate what you have and your children.
I'm going to just go with the epigram I used for my book, Parallel Play, which has been attributed to Plato and to a lot of other people, and seems to come from somebody named Philo of Alexandria, maybe. But whoever said it, the wisdom is good, and it's true for neurotypical and autistic alike, and that is, be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a great battle.
One thing that I would say is just remember that even people who are neurotypical think differently than the person they're sitting next to. There is no set line of thought or expression. Everyone is different regardless of whether or not they have autism. And, we can be just as successful as other people. You just have to give us a chance to succeed, and we will succeed beyond anyone's expectations, and we will go farther than anyone ever thought we would.
Tim, it's interesting, you and I are thinking about quotes from famous people. I was thinking about Mahatma Gandhi, who said, "The world is not our inheritance from our ancestors, but a gift to us by our children, and therefore we must leave it the way we found it." And when I think about that in connection to not just environmentalism, but also to autism, we are fighting our fights today just to survive. But we need to also realize that that fight continues tomorrow. It continues for another generation and another generation and another generation. And as Brooke said, it also continues for the neurotypical community. I strongly believe that we have to be cohesive. We have to be 1,000,000 ants carrying a boulder, not one ant or 6 ants carrying a boulder. Every single one of you are part of this. We have to together step out of these doors today and decide to make change, and not just survival change. Going back to that question of depression and stuff, like I said, I'm a fighter. I survive because I know what I'm doing will make effective changes on other people's lives. I can do that, and so can you. And the smallest of actions are the greatest of effects.
Well, you don't have to stop. I think they're great. We're going to wrap it up, and I want to thank them, and let's give them another round of applause.
I want to thank all of you. This is just an extraordinary panel and a session to wrap up for the day. This is a self-advocacy panel, but I also want to mention to all of you who are parents, grandparents, that you need to be advocates. And if things are going to change, it's you. Theresa, many of you out there, we're just like all of you. Just started out sitting at a conference, watching, listening, learning. So all and each and every one of us can make that change.